In 2019, we watched as the Ann Arbor Public Schools put their creative genius to work in the realm of robotics. Take a look as these students bring engineering to life.
Elementary robotics teams throughout the district gathered at Forsyth Middle School for some friendly competition.
We're hoping to get them excited about STEM careers, so science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. We find robotics to be one of the most interactive ways to do it.
Today we're doing the robotics competition, so we have to get blocks into collection zones or stack them, and we get points if we get robots on the ramps, and then we're looking for best designs in robots.
They see the problem, what they're supposed to do on the field. They get into small teams at their buildings. They come up with designs. They combine those designs as a team to create one robot each.
You're trying to move blocks from one place to another. Then at the end, you count up your points, and whoever has the most points wins. I think the most challenging part is when we have to stack, because when we have to stack, we have to reverse our directions. So if people say, okay, you have to go forward, when we stack, it might mean actually going backward.
Kids moving forward need these problem-solving skills, the soft skills to work in a team, computer science skills to be able to code, and of course we want to make all our kids makers so they can be either makers, skilled trades themselves, or just be better consumers knowing how things are built well.
Our four-legged friends love to get out of the house, smell the fresh air, and go for a brisk walk or run. Learn more about dog licensing, leash laws, and more in this month's City Roundup in 60.
Hey guys, my name is Matt Morrow with the City Clerk's Office, and today we're going to talk about dog licensing, dog parks, and Ann Arbor's leash laws. So dog licensing is extremely important, not only because it's state law, but it's also regulated by local ordinances. So Ann Arbor provides 3 different options in 1, 2, and 3-year intervals based on the rabies vaccination expiration date. Moving on from there, if you want access to one of these wonderful parks, you're going to need a dog park pass. For Swift Run, it's going to cost $35. Olson and Broadway can come together at $15, and that leaves All City at $45. In regards to the leash law, when the animal is outside in an open area such as this, it needs to be on the leash. However, inside one of these gated areas, the animal is free to roam. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at our phone number, 734-794-6140. Or for additional information, please go to www.a2gov.org.
Ann Arbor is a place chock full of homegrown talent. With numerous notable names throughout history in the entertainment, sports, and music industries, the Pioneer Theater Guild is searching for the next big vocal act. And this virtual celebration wants your help to decide the top talent. Joining me is Zoe Resendez and Jayme Kelmigian for FutureStars 2021. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Hi, thank you. Thanks so much.
Can you tell me what FutureStars is? This is something that's been going on for a long time. This is the 19th year, but it's a lot different this year. So tell me a little bit more about it and how it became sort of this talent show about singers.
Sure. So FutureStars, as you said, we're in its 19th year, so it's been around for a while and well before my time. This is my 3rd year working on the production. It has always been a competition. Previously, there were more different acts, dances, more musical instruments without vocalists, and it sort of morphed over the years. So currently, we market it as a singing competition. That is where we feel like we can most strongly show off our talented students and give them the support, coaching, everything that they need to make that happen.
What is the criteria for being in the FutureStars talent show?
So criteria. So usually when we are in person, it's sophomores, juniors, and seniors that can be considered for the competing portion of the show. We call them like the future stars. And then our freshmen and sophomores would be considered for the rising stars, which is a group of 9th and 10th graders who they're not competing, but they're putting together some pretty awesome music to present at the competition. This year, we made it a little different. We're doing just juniors and seniors who are competing in the Future Star portion. And then we do still have our 9th and 10th graders working in the Rising Stars group online over Zoom.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about that. And Zoe, please chime in, how this has sort of changed and maybe how you guys have evolved to make this a Zoom virtual celebration, but still make it feel like a quality show that you're putting on.
Yeah, so usually in person, we have so many acts. It's usually we do 4 preliminary shows and then we get to finals the next week. But it's obviously a lot smaller now. We only have, I think, 20 Future Stars and only 2 Rising Stars acts. And it's really changed because usually like last year I had a duet with someone, but this year we're just doing solos. And the coaching process hasn't honestly changed that much because I've still had a good amount of coaching. I've gotten on a Zoom with my coach for my song, Ryan Mackenzie Lewis. We just had 20 minutes together once a week, and it was pretty similar to how it usually goes. The only big difference was that we haven't heard each other sing yet. Like, I haven't heard any of my friends sing their acts, which I think really contributes to this year's kind of excitement, which we haven't really gotten a lot of, but I'm really excited to hear everyone for the first time because usually that happens during our tech week.
Yeah. Usually like in a normal thing, you'll be sitting there watching everyone perform and you have an idea, and that's fun. It makes it a surprise for everybody that you're a part of it, but you also don't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
So when you actually are going to do this, you went to the school to perform, right? So you social distance and everything, and you go to the school, so you have all the proper equipment, so you really sound nice and look nice in these virtual videos. They're like little vignettes that you're creating to be shown during Future Stars.
Yes.
Yeah, we went to Schreiber, I think a couple weeks ago, and recorded on Schreiber stage, which was really cool.
And then what about like rehearsing? How did that go? So you had your coach, but then you were probably rehearsing on your own. Is it different when you're just like at your house rehearsing as opposed to being at the school? Or
I don't think it was a little difficult because over Zoom, in person we have them playing the piano for us, and obviously with Zoom there's going to be lag, there's going to be internet problems, so we had them record demos and we would practice with them like on our phone and sing to the Zoom and then get feedback. And it honestly, it worked out really well.
This was the first year that when we went on stage for the first time, all of the singers nailed their song the first time through with the band. And I think we really can attribute that to the students having those demos and practicing with them. And I wish we would have thought of that long ago because they all were just so solid on their music and they knew exactly how it was supposed to sound with that band. So then we were able to just record it first take without much interruption.
I mean, I try to find the good things during the pandemic. And like you mentioned that. So like now next year, when hopefully we're all in person again and Future Stars is happening, in the auditorium, but everyone can practice that way and they'll have that demo to work with and sound better.
Yeah, I would hope that we can do that in future years. I wrote it down as a note to remember. So help me if I forget.
Refer back to this interview. You'll remember that.
So
when you talk about the band, is that students? Who is the band performing the instrumentals for the talent?
So the band is all hired professionals, And our music director is Billy Harrington. He's been doing this for many years. He actually plays drums. And then Zoe's coach that she mentioned, Ryan Mackenzie Lewis, is on keys. Our other vocal coach, Adam Plomeritis, is on guitar. And then there are two others, maybe just two this year, so a few less than usual, but the band is still like 5 or 6 strong, and they're all hired. And I mean, they have to write the music themselves. They have to basically, especially these pop songs that have been written in the past few months, they have to chart out the chords and figure out how they're going to make it happen. So it's a huge task, and we're really lucky to have them.
And so most of the music we're going to hear is newer music.
No, not true, actually.
Okay.
So I misspoke there, but there's some new music, and then we've got music from a long time ago, actually. So we've got people singing My Cherie Amour. We've got a Motown medley, an ABBA medley for our Rising Stars. Zoe's singing a song by Duffy, Warwick Avenue. So we've actually got music from throughout the decades.
And when the music is being chosen, Zoe, do you get a say, or is it just, how do you decide who sings what songs?
Well, usually there is a Google form that goes out to, I'm pretty sure it's open to any people who are going to view the show, people who want to be in the show, people auditioning. And we kind of give our suggestions, and we say, usually we have these categories picked out, and the songs that we pick will be in these categories. And that changed this year, obviously, because we haven't really had much of a category. But we still got to pick our own audition song, which we haven't done in the past. And I didn't use the song that I auditioned with, but Jayme, did anybody use the song that they auditioned with?
Yeah, so a few people, they came in and picked their own song and also sang one of our provided cuts. But a few people we did pick the song that they sang at their audition. And one in particular I'm thinking of, I would have never thought that that would have been a good fit. Like, I'm sure she would have sang it fine. But I was just blown away to see, wow, that is such a perfect fit. So I'm so happy that this year we asked them to do that, because musical theater and this sort of pop, rock, folk style, it's very different. And so it was helpful to see all the students come in with, hey, this is a song I think that really showcases my voice.
That's great that you're open to their suggestions too, because I'm sure that they like music that you're not even thinking that they might like,
Definitely. Yeah, I had to look up a few songs that some of them chose for their song, but and I liked it afterward. I learned a lot after doing each of these shows every year.
So you have these 20 people. Is it whittled down? Is that as many people as you had? Like, how does that work? Where does the number 20 come from? Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few more audition, but we ended at 20. Big reason for that was just thinking about the length of the show that we wanted in the end. Also thinking about the amount of coaches we had and the time that they had to give each week. And so that was really like our max number that we wanted to get to, and we did go to the max number. And then we've got 13 students in our Rising Stars group. So that's, 33 students participating. I think last year we had closer to 50, if I'm just guessing offhand. So there was a little bit less, but we're also producing Peter and the Starcatcher, the play, at the same time as FutureStars. So some of our students have chosen to do that show. And then others, I'm sure, have just chosen to take a break from Zoom and the format of it all.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys also have a pretty exciting lineup of judges. Tell us about the judges, and they will be whittling the number 20 down to what, the number 5?
Yes. Yeah, the judges will rank their top 5 performances, number 1 through 5, and then based on those numbers, we then figure out who those top 5 are. I'll start by saying we had PTG alumna Ashley Parks set as a judge, and she just recently had a scheduling conflict where she will be shooting for award season in Joshua Tree in California and without Wi-Fi. So we were sad to lose her, but we have 2 new exciting judges to put in her place.
So we have actress, recording artist, and cast member of Broadway's Aladdin, Wicked, and the current revival of Company on Broadway, Katherine Allison. And we have star of Broadway's Summer, the Donna Summer musical, board member of the Hysterical Women's Society, and graduate of the University of Michigan Musical Theater Program, Storm Lever.
Yeah, those are our 2 new judges. And then our 2 judges who are returning to us, who have now been kind of doing it for a few years in a row, are Ann Arbor's 107.1 Treetown Sound host, Matthew Altruda. And then the mayor of the city of Ann Arbor, Christopher Taylor, is joining us again. And then this year, in addition, we've got opera and musical theater performer Jonathan Christopher, who also was part of the premiere cast of Hamilton in Canada. And then local singer-songwriter and comedian Camilla Bellario is joining us as well. And she is a graduate of Huron High School. So it's an exciting group of 7. Oh, and I'm forgetting one. I'm so sorry. Tony-nominated producer Thomas Laub. And he's also University of Michigan musical theater alumni.
That's a pretty amazing lineup to get for, it's high school. You're in high school.
Right.
You're getting these like top professionals. And, you mentioned the mayor. He's obviously got a big musical theater background. So he's got some pipes on him too. So then it's whittled down. And then, the show, the day of the show, is this when the audience gets to vote on who the winner will be?
Yeah, this is what I'm most nervous about. But
have you done this in the past? Has the audience voted in the past?
So usually the audience votes, but they're yelling for the winner, and
it's like an applause.
Sound decibel readers, right? So usually it's a little less nerve-wracking for me, but this year we're doing it online. So it's going to be a Google form vote, and we'll let everyone know how to do it in that moment. And then we'll join everyone live. So we have our live stream set up where we can have 2 channels. One is going to be the pre-recorded content up until, and the top 5 are. And then we are going to join everyone live. So together we will find out who the winner is of FutureStars 2021.
Oh my gosh, I'm just excited thinking about it. It's so exciting for everyone for it to happen like that, right? And like when you talk about like the applause-o-meter or whatever, it's not as real as like legitimately. You're getting like real counted votes from people to say like this is one of the best kids around this area. Students.
So true.
So when is the show?
Saturday, March 13th at 7 p.m.
And so you have to go buy tickets,
yes.
Right?
Yes, we are selling tickets for this show. They're available for sale at showtix4u.com.
If you go to PTG's website, can you get there too?
Yes, so ptguild.org will take you there. Did I say that?
And the cool thing about the tickets is that you can buy an individual ticket, but there's also household prices too. So if you want to get the whole family together to watch it on the big screen TV, you can just pay like and it's like a night out at the theater. It's awesome.
That's what we're hoping for. And we want everyone to know, like, it's 1 ticket per device. So if you do happen to share the link with someone and if they click it, you will not get to watch it on your device. They're going to take over the link from you. So it's just really important that you do buy the individual ticket or the household ticket, just knowing that means everyone's watching it on the same device, or you need another ticket.
Well, you should get together and watch it anyways. That's sort of the fun of it, right? To watch it with other people, talk about the performances, what you like about it. You mentioned the Rising Stars, and if you want to tell me about some of their performances, they're not going to be, you're not going to be voting on them, but you're also going to be just watching talented kids perform throughout the evening.
Yeah. The Rising Stars. Well, Zoe was a member of the Rising Stars. Zoe, why don't you talk about a little bit about it?
Yeah, so I was a Rising Star my freshman year, and something really cool about Rising Stars is that the pressure is kind of taken off because you're not competing, and not that there's a lot of pressure when you're competing because we don't really take it that seriously. We kind of just have fun with FutureStars. But as a Rising Star, when you're a freshman or a sophomore, it feels awesome to really get a feel of the stage. You get to meet people in a group rather than being in a duet or a solo. And it's just honestly it's really special to have your first or second year with a big group.
And I'll say it's not about competing. I don't think it's about performing. And I think
Yeah.
that there's something that's really special about performing for people and having them like feel your like heart and soul when you put it into a performance. I think that's just something that you don't know that feeling until you like get out there and do it. And I think it takes a lot of guts for someone your age to be able to do that, because I'll tell you what, when I was your age, I wouldn't, I would only sing karaoke. No one wants to hear me sing for real. But I've been in like plays and stuff, and I've been an actor, and I did not do it until I was like 27 years old. Like I did not have the guts to go out there and do it until I was like 27 years old. So kudos to you guys to even put yourselves out there like that.
It's an awesome opportunity. I don't know any other people my age that have this sort of thing that they have every year. I've had this for next year will be my 4th year, and FutureStars is always this really, truly amazing opportunity. We have a live band. This year it wasn't live, but we still got the talent and the professionalism of the live band, and it was really great.
Well, before we go, do you guys want to tell people why they should check out FutureStars 2021 and how it's easier than ever to check it out, because you can just check it out in your living room?
Yeah, well, I know that this year I am so excited to see everyone perform, because this cast list, honestly, everybody's songs are just, it really, I think it's perfectly showing off everyone's vocal abilities. They really matched the song to the singer, and it's just going to be really awesome. And you can just watch it from your couch, so why not?
Yeah, I feel like, obviously this year has been just full of disappointments for everyone and for these students especially. And for them to get to do something like this, put in the time and effort to make it happen, I really think audiences should check it out and support them. And usually we sell out Schreiber Auditorium for the FutureStars finals. That's 1,500 seats. And we have to turn people away. So here is your chance to actually get to see it and actually get to vote without having to scream your head off or anything like that. So,
All right. Well, thank you both for coming on the show and telling me about FutureStars 2021.
thank you.
Thank you.
For more on this and other programs, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to see all that we have to offer. And remember to like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time to FYI.